Hey y'all, TraCheri here with Picture Me Living, and I'm going to do this in one take because this is starting to be one of the best travel days that I've ever had. I just got this champagne as a free gift literally minutes before I press record. Look at God. This is how I know I am meant to be doing this. If you're listening to this audibly, I just got a free bottle of champagne from the hotel literally minutes before I started to press record. And it's delicious. Sensational, actually. All right. I got to get through this in one take also because my friend Miryam is waiting on me. We're going to go to a beach club. And we are in Marbella, Spain. And it's beautiful. It is a little bit different from any other place in Europe that I have traveled to. It's a little bit more retirement community. Okay, use your imagination. So if you go to a nude beach here, Cindy Crawford is not going to be there. Beyonce is not going to be there. It is going to be a bunch of retired people. Okay, fill in the blanks. Anytime you go to a nude beach, you need to expect that. So anything that's nude, don't get all excited thinking that, Nicki Minaj is going to be there. No, there's going to be a bunch of old retired people that have wrinkly, saggy skin. Okay. So it's a lot of that here. I would not be participating in the nude beach. However, if you see my tan lines right now, I just got through walking approximately 10 miles today. That is why this is one of the best travel days. I have recruited one of my friends into the workout on vacation just mode. And so that's what we did today. And now I'm about to finish this bottle and live the other half of my personality, which is in the bottle. All right. One thing Miryam said is, how do you have so much to say for your podcast? Like you have that much to say? I actually do. I say, that's a very great question for the podcast. I have a lot of life experience and not by choice. So I do have something to talk about all the time. Even when you see me quiet, I still have something to talk about. I just probably don't feel like talking. But I have a myriad of topics, a myriad of just jokes, laughter from trauma and life. And I found happiness in that. And I like to share that with people. I like to share the wisdom that I have gathered from the years, mainly in traveling. But if I do pick up some relationship tidbits here and there, what somebody said to me recently? They was like, how do you have relationship advice when you a baby mama? First of all, ex-wife, I was married before conception. I don't go by that title. I don't even say it right. I say it proper. Baby mama. Like, I'm not that. Let's not do that. Okay. We were married. We're better than that. I don't use that title. And he doesn't use that title. We don't use it. I don't say baby dad. When Sexy Red come on in the club, fuck my baby dad. I sit down. That's not, that song isn't for me. Okay. I like the beat and I support my friends that hate theirs. But as far as me and my son's father, we good. And I believe that because I knew when to leave the situation and continue to co-parent well, I believe that makes me a great candidate for relationship advice. So go judge your mama and why she in an unhappy relationship after 50 years, crying herself to sleep every night. And she crying herself to sleep also because you're probably not answering the phone. Go call your moms right now. I need everybody to stop what they doing. Call your mom and check on her. She done been through some shit with these men. Call your mom and check on her. Trip details. All right, I flew into Madrid and I had about 2 weeks notice for this trip. And our Greece trip did not pan out for August. August was a rough month for me. And now I'm finally in the groove to, just be outside a little bit. So It's a quick trip, about 5 days. And yeah, it's been pretty good. Flew into Madrid. I flew on Turkish Airlines. First time for that. I use Google Flights, so I use my own travel advice that I give to you guys. I Google Atlanta to Madrid. My normal airline was high as giraffe pussy, so I had to lower my standards a little bit, and it's actually not been a bad experience. The layovers haven't been that bad. So from Madrid to get to this island, the round trip flight was about $80, 80 US dollars. I always say this, once you get over here to Europe, you can pretty much go anywhere. So expand your mind. Don't just think, Paris, London, Madrid, Barcelona. Think of the island surrounding it, specifically in Italy. Just get to Rome. Once you get to Rome, you can go to Capri. You can go to so many really, really beautiful beach towns in the summertime and have the time of your life. So this won't be a long one. I'm going to aim for about 20 minutes or less. But I got to throw in some real life TraCheri happenings in addition to some dating topics. I've opted out of dating, unsubscribed from men altogether. I don't like women like that. So, let's just unsubscribe and just chill for a while. And that's what we're doing. In that process, though, I've thought to myself, now that I know things a little bit more the hard way, what will be my future first date questions? And I want you guys to chime in. What are your first date questions? Like, what are you asking people on the first date? Because at this point, if I go on a first date with a man, it's going to be an act of Congress that even does that. And if you could call your baby mom right now on this date and she good with where you at, I'll even pay for dinner. I'll even give you some gas, bruh. I'll pay for your gas. I'll pay for dinner, wherever you want to eat. If you could call your baby mom and she's okay that you're on a date, you get a free meal out of me. That's just how bad it is. That's just how bad dating is. What are your first date questions? I mean, my first date questions, I don't want to give too many details, but they're about to get real detailed. Like, matter of fact, if I date a man with kids moving forward, not only do you need to call her, I need to see, like, I need some questions answered before I fall in love with you. And things like that matter, because if your baby mom, she needs you and you're going to leave me hanging. So I need to know that. Men, are you even giving up that information on the first date? Are you looking at women sideways when they ask you so many questions? Now you see why. I even think that, because I'm not a big FaceTimer of people that I don't know, I need to FaceTime you at home before that first date. Like, that's just how bad it is. I need to FaceTime you at home. I need you to pan the camera around. I need to see if there's some bobby pins on the counter. Like, I need to see what the fuck going on in your house. I need to see it. What are your first date just like deal breakers? And if you have any relationship deal breakers, are you going to ask that on the first date? Because I think that we should. If you have any type of deal breakers, that needs to be discussed on the very first date. Like, as soon as the bread is coming out, you need to be asking, like, all the questions. All the questions. A big one that comes to mind is, do you and your mama get along? Call your mama, too. I want to see what your relationship like with your mama. And I need to know, do your mama know you dating? Because Your mama should at least know that you're dating. And after a few dates, your mama should know that you're dating me. She don't need to know me because I don't want to meet nobody mama. I don't want to meet nobody mama. As a boy mom, I don't want to meet anybody's mom. But not in a rush to, at least. But she should at least know that you're serious with me once we're getting serious. Tap in though. What y'all think? I think very, very controversial take on dating. A lot of the wives are at fault for what's going on in dating right now. If you look on social media at any given time, women are complaining that married men are the worst. Women are complaining that married men are single. They're the most single group of men out there. So there are no wives that are like embarrassed at that. When you look at your man's social media, do you see you? Married women and live-in baby moms and live-in girlfriends, y'all are actually at fault for how fucked up dating is right now. Like, let me call y'all out right now. Why are you not on that man's social media? If he has convinced you that you don't belong on his social media, that his family doesn't belong on his social media, then he's single in these streets. And how convincing do you think he is to these single women out here? Because his business card is saying, I'm single. So that's convincing enough to a lot of women out there. And as a woman in a relationship, you need to be on one of them first 9 pictures. And if you're not on Instagram, you need to be on Instagram. If you're not on Facebook, you need to be on Facebook. Men really do need to be babysat. They think that they have a lot of options, and they do. Just because they're married isn't stopping them from pursuing those options to feed their ego, okay? And the male ego is very fragile. And if they think that they have a chance with these options, they're going to take it, and they're going to get those options if they pretend to be single. So married women today, I need y'all to go and insert yourself on your man's social media. That's going to answer a lot of the dating problems. You have to think about it like this. I'm a very attractive woman, and I'm single. I know a lot of very attractive women right now that are single and that are choosing to be single because you have to sift through so many people. You have to sift through so many men and women. You have to sift through so many people to the point where it's exhausting. And if I'm sifting, and some of these people shouldn't even be here. I shouldn't even be sifting through the men that are in relationships. Like, how exhausted do you think that gets as a single woman? It gets very exhausting and draining. So please help us out at least. If you don't care to be on his social media, be a girl's girl. Put yourself on his social media to help us out so that the sifting gets a little easier. Because we don't want your man over here. And there are women that do want your man. I get that because I am a victim of that. There are women that see your life and they do want your life and they want your man because they think that your man is providing your life. That's another topic for a different podcast. We're just going to handle right now the women that don't want a married man. It's a lot of us. We don't want them, and we would prefer it if you insert yourself on his social media. Babysit your man. Put him in timeout, sis. You know. A lot of y'all women be knowing who y'all deal with. Y'all need him to pay some bills. Y'all need him for certain things. And y'all be letting stuff slide. And then y'all get mad at the women. And the women didn't know. Put yourself on his social media. All right, I gotta go. Miryam is waiting on me. But another controversial topic, at least in Atlanta, is about the use of hookahs and shisha. And obviously, I'm well traveled. And a few of my Middle Eastern friends don't want to be on the podcast just yet. They support it, they comment, they do everything they need to do, but they don't want to be behind the camera. But Miryam has agreed to discuss when and where she began to smoke hookah. Okay, you ready?
Isn't my time to shine?
Yes, it's your time to shine. All right, when did you start smoking hookah?
My first time smoking hookah was 8 years old.
And
But it's very, with my grandpa, but it's very, it's a thing in our culture. We just, every Thursday night, is for Yemenite people, the men all sitting together, smoking hookah, eating some kind of leaves, supposed to get you high or something. And yeah, one of the night I was just like, sitting next to my grandpa, as they do every Thursday night, and smoking.
Aw.
I know you guys usually smoke hookah when you go out and all
Yeah.
those things, but for us, it's like every person has it in their house for sure.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
So, yep.
It's just a part of your culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's nothing like special to it. It's part of.
So now has it evolved? Like when you go back home, is it restaurants with hookah now or is it still in the home?
There always used to be in Israel. It's not like something that happened just now,
Yeah.
Since I was young, there's always places with hookah.
All right. Yeah, you were very surprised when you saw me smoke hookah. You was like, "You want hookah?" And I'm like, "Yes." Everyone in Atlanta smokes hookah.
I didn't know that though.
Yeah. It's not a culture thing though, because they don't know where it came from. So I would like to talk about that more. Like it came from somewhere. This isn't an Atlanta thing. This is a Middle Eastern thing.
That is true for sure.
All right, so that's gonna wrap up the podcast. We're about to go have fun at the beach club. Thanks, Miryam.
Thank you for having me. Next time I'll show my face.
All right. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. And should I post the trip footage? I don't know. It's actually a real trip, a really chill trip. So it might bore you guys, but some of y'all really like the footage behind the scenes. I'll post it in a different segment, and click the link if you're listening to it, and subscribe to the YouTube, all of that, comment. Thank you.